Good evening, Raider baseball fans, and welcome to Lobo Field here at Lehman High School. Lehman High School here in Kyle, Texas, as we made the trek down I-35 to this field. And Jonathan, this is our third year here.
Third year, yes, sir. Another one of the beautiful fields. Of course, they were earlier than ours here. This is the third year, I believe, here with this new complex, new
Actually,
field.
This is the second. Remember last year it was new to them last year.
Yeah, new last year, and then
this was under construction.
Yeah, the press box was under construction. We were able to get into the press box last year, as again this year have our own little section here. It's about the same size as our entire press box. It's the section that we get to set up in.
Yeah, well, it's not much smaller.
Now, yeah, we're down the first base, the visitor side. First base side of the press box here. Nice size press box. Beautiful complex here. Short field. They tried to hide it with a nice tall center field wall, left field wall. I mean, probably a good 10-foot high wall that goes all the way around. So,
yeah, it looks like they're still waiting for umpires to show up. But at any rate, Lehman comes into tonight 9-16 overall on the season. They're 4-7 in district play. They're coached by Jacob Kazi. He's in his sixth year with 67 wins. He's assisted by Toby Robinson, Adam Froschel, and Jason Williams. Their 2024 record was 14-17 and 5-9 in district play with 2 returning starters. The Rouse Raiders come into tonight 18-7 overall, 9-2 in district play. Their head coach is Chad Krimpine. He's in his 24th year with 533 career wins. He's assisted by Manny Perez, Drew David, and Will Noble. Their 2024 record is 34-10 and 10-4 in district play, and we're state semifinalists with 4 returning starters.
Yes, sir. And we'll go ahead and do a quick little recap of game 1 scores for 25-5A in the 6th week of district play. Tuesday night at Rouse Field, Lehman did fall 6-0. Rouse taking care of business pretty handily. Of course, Coach Manny Perez is like, man, I hope we can wait till before the 5th inning to start scoring. Well, that's exactly what happened. It was the 5th inning before we put up 4 and then put another 2 on top of that in the 6th and closed them out in 6. So not having to go the entirety of the game. Cedar Park does take down Glenn in their bid. That's a big series there because both of them are vying for that 4th seed. Mm-hmm. Cedar Park and Glenn. Cedar Park now has a 1-game advantage over Glenn. Liberty Hill beating Hayes 9-3 at Hayes. And Lockhart falling to Leander 11-1. That, of course, then brings us to an updated standings in 25-5A. Liberty Hill again sitting at the top at 10-1 with their lone loss to Glenn. Leander, Rouse Raiders sitting here at 9-2. Our 2 losses, both to Liberty Hill. Hayes going 6-5, now tied with Cedar Park. Again, Hayes losing. Cedar Park then ties that, but they split their series as well. So they're both sitting at 6-5, which as of right now are the 3rd and 4th. But we have tonight's games as well as next week. Their spot and hopefully stay alive and still may need some help, if they're not able to take care of business against Liberty Hill. Kyle, Lehman again at 4-7. And then Leander Lions 3-8 now with their 3rd win last Tuesday. And then Lockhart again with their lone win on the year, rounding out the order at 1-10.
And Tuesday, we will be in Lockhart, as that will close out our regular season, our district season, versus the Lockhart Lions.
One of the Lions.
Yeah, so that's
the Leander Lions and the Lockhart Lions, the LL.
Right.
And again, we're on the L train here, but not the losing train, as we are calling this. Finished out the last 3 series all against teams that start with the letter L.
All right, so they're getting ready to introduce the lineups, and we will follow suit along with the PA as soon as they finish their
pre-game announcement. The UIL, announcement that has to pretty much be the precursor to the start of every game.
So another blustery day here as the wind is blowing out of the southwest, and
blowing right out.
Straight out. You put something in the stratosphere here, it might end up going over.
Just a basic pop fly this evening could easily be a home run. Yes, sir. As it is blowing.
Heinrich hit one out of here last year.
He did, and there was multiples. I think we had a couple in that game. Andrew Sanchez had one as well last year, and had a nice little talk with him and big Gonzo Mason Gonzalez before the game, just trying to get their heads right. We've got this game, as much as we want to win it, and win the next two. Main thing is rounding out and getting themselves into form for the playoffs.
Well, we'll introduce the lineups. Batting first for your Rouse Raiders, left fielder number 3, Adrian Graves. Batting second will be the second baseman, number 12, Christian Caro. Batting third will be the shortstop, number 7, Jacob Solis. Batting fourth will be the first baseman, number 9, Mason Gonzalez. Batting fifth will be the center fielder, number 6, Connor Thompson. Batting sixth will be the right fielder, number 27, Adolfo Urives. Batting seventh will be the designated hitter, number 11, Andrew Sanchez. He will be hitting for the starting pitcher tonight, number 33, Mr. Carter May. Carter coming into tonight with a 2.55 ERA.
Yes, sir.
Carson Pruitt will be batting eighth from behind the plate, and batting ninth will be the third baseman, number 1, Scott Knight.
Crimpin.
Leading off will be, I don't know what he's announcing here. Maybe he's just announcing their players in general. He's not announcing the starting lineup yet. I'll give them just a moment.
A little different way of approaching it is, they have
now the starting lineup.
The bench comes out with their introductions, which is nice to get each of their names called at their home field.
Batting first will be the center fielder, number 2, Frankie Delgadillo Jr. Batting second will be the starting pitcher, number 3, Andrew Cruz. Cruz played shortstop in Tuesday night's game.
Yes, he did.
Batting third will be the shortstop, number 4, Ryan Roberts. Roberts was the starting pitcher on Tuesday night. Batting fourth will be the second baseman, number 12, Darren Roberson Jr. He was actually the DH on Tuesday night. Batting fifth will be the third baseman, number 6, Cash Allen. Batting sixth will be the first baseman, number 17, Maddox Vargas. Batting seventh will be the left fielder, number 1, Jose Jaimes Jr. Batting eighth is the designated hitter, number 11, Jake Kokernot. He will be hitting for the catcher, number 5, Richard Saldana III. And then batting ninth will be the right fielder, number 24, Gadiel Flores, to round out the order. And Gadiel, he was the guy who came in relief of Roberts.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So not Cruz, but... So we're going to take a moment for the national anthem. We want to thank you all for tuning in and watching Rouse Raider Baseball here on SHN Sports. We'll be right back in just one moment.
Oh, sleeping free, I don't for so proudly we hailed at twilight's last gleam, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the pale fire. Water, our clean God, words who gallantly. Every rock is breaking by first singing. Take root at our flag. Say does that star-spangled banner get away? break.
It's baseball time, Texas, as we're ready to get underway here at Lehman Lobo Field. Good evening, everyone. I'm Michael Francis alongside the one and only Mr. Jonathan Kaspar. As it is baseball tonight here on SHN Sports.
Yes, sir, it is. And, as mentioned, sort of going through the little flip-flopping that's happened here in the Lobos lineup. Of course, we had a lot of flip-flopping that happened. Coconut came in Tuesday's game, and he went into left field. Left fielder went to right field. Right fielder went to short or second, and everything was bouncing around.
And they just have a handful of subs.
Yeah,
they didn't have.
There's only five. Yeah, only five guys came out to be introduced prior to the game. Where you look on the Raiders side, and there's an extra 12 guys, over there that are potentially able to come in spots, and that just lends to the information that we were getting on how they are going to handle playoffs this year, and that's going to be of your four teams. It's no longer going to be the number 1 seed in 25-5A goes against the number 4 seed in 26-5A, and then 2 versus 3, so on and so forth. It is now going to be 2 teams are your highest populated teams. Then they'll be the 1 seed and 2 seed, and then you'll have your lower populated teams. That'll be the 1 seed and 2 seed. And that's who 2 versus 1, 1 versus 2 in the respective.
Defensively for the Lobos on the mound, number 3, Andrew Cruz. Behind the plate, number 5, Richard Saldana III. At first base, number 17, Maddox Vargas. At second base, number 12, Darren Roberson Jr. At third base, number 6, Cash Allen. And at short, number 4, Ryan Roberts. And left, number 1, Jose James Jr. Number 2, Frankie Delgadillo Jr. in center. And number 24, Gadiel Flores in right field. Adrian Graves makes his way to the plate with Christian Caro on deck.
Yeah, and Adrian Graves continuing his role in the leadoff spot. And the one sort of change that we did see, Andrew Sanchez not able to go Tuesday night in the DH slot.
Cruz from the windup, and first pitch high and inside for ball 1, and we are underway.
So we saw Adolfo Rivas come in that location, did very well, for himself at the plate.
This is cut on and hit out to center. Delgadillo Jr. underneath it. He'll make the catch, and that will retire Graves for out number 1.
But Andrew Sanchez is back tonight, so now Rivas, again, off the fact of hitting well Tuesday night, has taken that spot out in right field, and Joe Burry will be the one that's probably next man up in a hitting situation if Coach elects to bring in a pinch hitter.
Caro stands in. Cruz deals inside for a strike.
All in all, great umpiring that we had on Tuesday night. Really can't say anything bad. I mean, they did a really good job.
This is hit back up the middle. This will be a base hit for Caro, and the Raiders have a runner on board.
And I think Christian Caro picking up where he left off. He went, 3 for 4 last Tuesday?
2 for 4.
2 for 4, okay.
Actually, no, he went 2 for 3. He grounded to short, he walked, and had 2 singles. And he scored. Cruz goes to the stretch, and a little check swing and a pop fly to second, and that will do it for Solis.
Not committed to that one and tried to check, but still got the barrel around and made contact and hit just a weak little dink fly directly to the second baseman, Darren Roberson Jr.
That's only 5 pitches so far for Cruz on this inning. Mason Gonzalez stands in, and he takes 4 strike.
A little up in the zone was that one.
I think we've had this guy.
We have had this guy. Yes, sir. I wasn't going to say anything, but yes, we have. So we'll hold
the 0-1, and that'll hit him.
Hip.
That'll put 2 on board for Connor Thompson.
Now batting center fielder, number 6, Connor Thompson.
Very clear.
Yeah, they have
speaker
good speaker here.
Yeah, very
They
good
have
speaker.
They got good everything here. to be
Well,
honest
it's all
with you.
all brand spanking new, and looks like I said, looks great.
I'm jealous.
Nice big covered hitting area that they have just out to the left side of
Wish Rouse
the foul
had
territory.
a press box like this.
Right.
First pitch to Thompson high for ball 1.
Well, we've got the room for it, right? There's definitely plenty of room back there behind or to the side of where we currently are, but that would have to start construction in the off season.
Oh, that's high and inside for ball 2. Nona says she's ready for another great game. Ouch. She took ouch for Big Gonzo getting hit.
Yeah.
This is
That could be gone.
hit deep,
And that's gone.
and that is out of here.
Told you, Pop Fly is going to go to
Connor Thompson
today.
with a 3-run moonshot to left.
And again, folks, that is a routine fly ball at Rouse Field that would not even have been warning track power as,
Nah, that would have been out. That's a high fence out there.
yeah.
It's a real high fence out there.
Now batting right fielder, number 27.
And they do not have a measurement on the field.
We used to know it,
I'm saying
but
it's
when they
probably
put
like
this higher
280.
fence in, it changed the dimensions.
Yeah. Well, the distance to the fence is still the distance to the fence. It's just what you have to do to carry it, right?
Yeah.
With that higher.
That'll bring up Adolfo Enriquez. He takes for ball
But
1.
if I were to guess, I'd say it's probably like 280 to the corners.
That pitch inside for ball 2.
Everybody was able to see that one nicely there as we got the left field foul
12,
pole.
12 pitches so far in this inning for him. A check swing and a strike.
One of which he'd love to have back.
He winds and delivers. This is hit into the right center gap. This will be played by Delgadillo, but there will be no play at first.
Now batting destination.
Jonathan Wilson checking in, back with us from Taiwan. Yes, I think Tuesday you were in Taipei, right?
Taipei, yeah. He's back home?
No way to go. No, he's in Taiwan.
Oh, he's in Taiwan.
Yeah.
I thought you just misspoke because it was Taipei, Taiwan, but no, okay.
He's
He's
in
in.
Taipei on Tuesday. In Taiwan today. Andrew Sanchez hits this one out towards right center. Delgadillo Jr. will make the catch, and that will do it for the Raiders. They get 3 runs on 3 hits, and they leave 1.
Section stand is
After 1/2 inning, the Raiders leading this one 3-0. On to the bottom we go.
Well, Coach Randy got
Taipei.
this-
Oh, he's still in Taipei. Taipei's in Taiwan. Okay.
See?
I needed the education. Thank you, Jonathan Wilson. Man, this seat just
Chair's ready to eject you over here.
defensively for the Raiders on the mound. Number 33, Carter May. Behind the plate, number 21, Carson Pruitt. At first base, number 9, Mason Gonzalez. At second base, number 12, Christian Caro. At third base, number 1, Scott Knight. At short, number 7, Jacob Solis. In left, number 3, Adrian Graves. In center, number 6, Connor Thompson. And in right field, number 27, Adolfo Enriquez. Due up for the Lobos, Delgadillo, Cruz, and Roberts. Geography class is in session. Thank you. Kathleen, hey guys, sorry I'm late, but super happy we have jumped on the lead. You missed a 3-run blast by Connor Thompson as he sailed that one up way over the left field fence.
Yes, he did. Yeah, so again, as you spoke on earlier, Carter May coming in on the track of a 6-1 record. No save opportunities as he is one of the starting pitchers here. Game 2 starter, 38.1 innings pitched, 9 games played, 8 starts with a 6-1 record, 26 hits allowed, 14 earned runs, 42 strikeouts, 4 hit batters with a 2.55 ERA.
She says, go Connor.
Of course, Jack Doss, a 1.631 ERA.
Oh, goodness. And how many starts?
And 31 strikeouts in only, let me find it here, 5 games started.
The first pitch is cut on and gets into left field as it just goes under the glove on a hop by Scott Knight. That'll be a single for Delgadillo.
Yeah, good crisp hit there. Just Scott doing his best to get over to the ball, not able to snag it, but no problem. That's one thing that he was doing Tuesday night as well, and jumping on first pitches. Again, these guys are very disciplined at the plate. Not going to see him chase on a lot of pitching.
That pitch high and outside to Andrew Cruz. 1 on with nobody out here in the bottom of the first. Ryan Roberts on deck. May from the stretch. Pitch low for ball 2.
Definitely a hitter's park here at Lehman Field.
The 2-0 as Delgadillo will pick up a stolen base.
It was a delayed steal initially, and just, God, that seemed to take so long to unfold before the throw was able to go. A great pitch to run on, as it was not a fastball.
3-0 the count. Delgadillo taking little chopper steps back toward second. Fastball on the outside corner for a strike, and the count will go 3-1.
There's that strike he was looking for.
May comes set. The pitch misses outside for ball 4.
A very similar spot to the last pitch, but just a bit outside.
2 on board for Ryan Roberts.
And we do have a
courtesy runner
coming in
for the pitcher.
7, Guerrero.
And that'd be number 7, as we just heard, David Guerrero.
Roberts stands in from the right side, 2 on with nobody out. Roberts shows bunt, lays it down, the throw to first in time. And a sacrifice bunt by Roberts to advance the runners to second and third, respectively.
Yeah, good shift job there by Christian Carl to make sure he was in his spot. They're ready to get the throw from Scott Knight at first. So
Darren Robertson Jr. makes his way to the plate. First pitch high for ball 1. The 1-0, a breaking ball gets the outside corner for a strike.
Nasty breaking pitch there. One thing Carter May, when it's dialed in, that is a very effective pitch for him. Setting guys up or putting them out, either or.
This is cut on and hit into right. That will score 1 run. as Roberson will pick up an RBI single.
Now batting third baseman, number 6, Cass Allen.
And you can already see Pruitt checking with Coach on what he wants to see on this runners on the corners. Ready to make the defensive call to the infield so they know how they want to play this in the situation that there's a break for a second on the steal, which I'm not expecting that to be the case with Roberson. Bigger kid, not that he's going to have a lot of wheels.
May comes set, shows bunt, and pitch comes in for a strike as he lays off. Fakes a throw to first, and Roberson dives back in. It's not a balk. He doesn't have to throw it. Now, a lefty does. If a lefty was to do that to first,
he's got to go back and throw to third or flip around and throw to third, right?
Breaking ball in for a strike, throw down to second, cut off.
And
a bad throw by Caro.
Great situation play there that just was mishandled.
And that run scores on the error. That will be an E4.
What did they call that? That was a strike as well.
It was a strike.
Man, what a perfect scenario there. They did the runner in to coming home on the throwdown, and Christian Caro not able to get a handle on it before he let it fly, and he did let it fly.
Breaking ball catches him looking for strike 3. That'll bring up Maddox Vargas.
17, Maddox Vargas.
Those are the things that'll just frustrate you to no end as a coach. You know, they call up the right play, they execute the initial part of it to get the base runner to bite and not able to finish off the play when it's right there in front of you.
That's fouled off for a strike. So I think it kind of threw him off on the transition, and he lost the handle on it, and then it sailed it high.
Yeah, he didn't field it cleanly and that's initially, definitely started the problem.
Breaking ball outside for ball 1, and that'll even things up at 1.
And, of course, not only did it allow the runner to score, but then Roberson able to go from first all the way to third on the overthrow because he was moving as well.
Breaking ball misses outside for ball 2. May comes set. Fastball cut on and fouled back for strike 2. That'll even things up.
I had it. I was ready.
Yeah.
Definitely wouldn't want to throw a ball right now. Hurt myself.
Breaking ball catches looking for strike 3 to end the Lobo first, but they get 2 runs on 2 hits. They leave 1. And after 1 complete, it's 3-2 Rouse. On to the second we go. Due up for the Raiders, Pruitt, Knight, and Graves.
So the 8, 9, and 1 hitters coming in, and good little turnout here tonight. Both sides, again, pretty good size stands here at Kyle Field. We're in A&M. We're in College Station,
You
bringing
did that the other night.
bringing the game to you.
You did that the other night, too. So, Nona, we want to thank you for the popcorn the other night.
That was my snack on the way home. I'll tell you what, the bag almost didn't make it, and I only live a mile away. It was very good. Got a nice hug from Nona, too. Man, it was great seeing her. And
it wasn't just old cheap popcorn. She brought the good stuff.
Shoot, yeah, man. Oh, and Mr. Nona.
Yeah, we went Mr. Nona.
Mr. Nona as well. She had to make sure she had her shirt on. You saw her shirt, right?
Yeah, I did.
She had her shirt on and let everybody know who she was.
Carson Pruitt will make his way to the plate. Scott Knight on deck. She said it was my pleasure. Thank you very much. We appreciate it. It's always good when we get to put faces to names and get to meet the people that we've...
Grandma and Grandpa Shoddy.
Yeah, Grandma and Grandpa Shoddy.
They made it out a few times.
Breaking ball.
Michigan.
Not sure where that one missed. That's really nice for ball one.
He's not really calling those that are up, right? I mean, that definitely caught a piece of it, but it was still high in the zone and seems to be his...
That pitch
hit. Got him. Yeah. Glanced off of the forearm there of Pruitt as he sort of just takes a quick glance at it, and I think he's fine, although he will have a
second hit batter.
Runner coming in for him. Will that be
Joe Burry?
Burry, number 14. Yes, sir. That is always a great spot for him with the speed that he possesses. Great spot for him on the base path.
So I asked Adrian Graves if he had a little talk with Joe Burry about robbing him of a sac fly on Tuesday night. That pitch down and away for ball one.
Did
he? He did.
He did, yeah. I don't know that Adrian Graves would win that fight. Joe Burry's a big dude, man, but you know, he'd have to probably choose his words carefully.
Throw to first, not in time, as Burry dives back in safely.
Joe Burry looks like a linebacker over there.
You know, so I stopped at Dairy Queen on the way down here and got a steak finger basket. It's been
steak finger
probably 20 years since I've had one.
Oh, yeah.
That pitch outside for ball two.
Tastes the same, right? Identical to what it was 20 plus years ago.
I have to admit, Jonathan, it had a lot of Krispies, and it was like a chicken fried steak. Where's the beef?
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, a little shrinkage going on.
That pitch outside for ball three.
One thing that happened, right? COVID. seemed to find a lot of things.
I found myself regretting that I should have gone with a chicken finger basket or maybe the dude sandwich. But
I like the jalapeno one, the Jalitos burger.
The 3-0. That's down the middle for a strike.
Or Scott Knight taking all the way on that pitch, being way ahead.
Adrian Graves on deck.
Still ahead, and now has moved into a hitter's count.
Throw over to first, not in time, as Barry gives back. Cruz has got a quick move off the mound.
Yeah, their shortstop. He's one that swings a really good bat in the leadoff spot.
The place too. His range was good on Tuesday. This is cut off
a good hit run.
Left. Burry will round second and hold up. That'll be a base hit for Knight.
Yeah, great job of hit and run there. Just so crisply hit. It gets all the way out to Jaimes Jr. so quick that Burry not able to round that and make it to third. But
that'll bring up Adrian Graves. Graves 0 for 1. He blew out to center his last time up.
Burry has an opportunity to make up for it here, right? If there's a sack situation, can he make it over to third?
He said, well, I want to bring him home. I'm going to change places with him. We're about to hit a double.
Okay.
We're going to smoke it down the right field line. Now he says, no, I'm going to bunt.
Oh,
bunt
just too much spin on that, but that was looking really good.
It did. It was a good bunt. It just rolled foul.
Yeah, it just had a little bit too much top spin or side spin juice on it as it rolled right down.
All right, well, let's go with a billiards term, and let's say it had too much English.
Too much English?
Yes. Cruz checks Burry at second. Graves fouls the bunt, and that'll go to a 2-strike count.
And that eliminates the bunt potential there. And
well, in most cases, yes, but when some coaches get frustrated when they can't execute, they'll have to do it again.
Yeah, you're gonna lay it down, and guess what? You're not going to get another opportunity because you.
Cruz comes set. It calls time.
So what was it doing? The World Baseball Classic. Watched the Japanese team bunt over and over and over again on third strike with 2 strikes against them and laid them down. And that was one of those, it just seems like that. It very well could have been. The coach was like, look, you're going to lay it down. And they did it. They did it multiple times on third strike with 2 strikes on them, and they did lay it down.
The 0-2, that's low for ball 1.
Not something you see, maybe one guy here or there, but I was watching a game where multiples did it.
Yeah.
Every time somebody got on, you knew a bunt was coming. And
speaking of Japanese, did you see that home run just absolutely crushed by Shohei Ohtani?
Oh, it doesn't surprise me.
Oh, my goodness. That was absolutely nuked. That pitch misses for ball 2, and that will even things up at 2.
Again, another really good-looking pitch there. Right over the top of the plate, but again, the assumption is that it was high.
2 on with nobody out here in the top of the second. Raiders leading this one 3-2. That is fouled off.
No, it was a swing and a miss. That actually hit the glove.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, that hit the glove of
I thought he fouled
Saldana.
Okay. That's an out, but the runners will advance on the. That's as good as a bunt right there.
Yes, it is. Yeah, it was interesting. I mean, it was just like I was watching the ump because I saw him shoot the glove up, and I heard it off the glove, and he gave him an out call, not a foul tip. So.
Well, a cover swing, let's call
it.
And
a good job of the runner's recognition of that and going ahead and getting.
Wow, where did that miss? That's misses down the middle for a ball.
And now starting to hear the
swing and a miss
chirps of some of the
and leaving it up at 1.
Lobo fans. Not really appreciative of that non-call strike.
The 1-1 pitch. This is fouled back for strike 2. Jacob Solis on deck.
Carl doing what he can to try to bounce that down the third base line.
Cruz comes set. This one is hit deep to left center. Del Cadillo's going to get it, and
hey, guess what?
Burry's going to tag.
Burry made sure he tagged up.
And that will be a sac fly for Christian Caro. Sac fly to center.
And deep enough that it allowed both to advance, even Scott Knight from second, which, again, is very difficult to do on a shallow outfield.
That'll bring up Jacob Solis. He's 0 for 1. He had that check swing pop-up to Roberson Jr. back in the first. Breaking ball in for a strike. The 0-1. That's down the middle for strike 2.
Yeah. Solis talking to himself a little bit there, just
The 0-2 pitch, swing and a miss for strike 3, and that will do it for the Raiders. They get 1 run on 1 hit. They leave 1 after 1.5. It's 4-2 Rouse. Due up for the Lobos, James Jr., Coconut, and Flores. That is your 7, 8, and 9 hitters. Carter May makes his way out to the mound. Nona's letting Kathleen know she owes her a treat.
And no defensive changes for the Raiders, as expected. Jack Doss keeping himself loose out there, warming up Connor Thompson. Get a little long toss in.
Getting some exercise.
He is. As that ball almost got away from him. His big grin on his face.
Jose James Jr. makes his way to the plate. Kathleen says, I can't hear you guys. Can you check your sound? We're putting out.
Yeah,
we're actually tapping the red. So
yeah,
we're not sure what's going on.
We're good. Please let us know. Is your phone turned up, Kathleen?
Yeah, do you have your volume up? Can everybody hear us? Let us know if we're not coming across. That pitch gets the outside corner for strike 1.
Well, how will they know if they can't hear us? How do they even know we're asking?
Well, you've got a point. But there's a lag. Oh, Jonathan says he's got us good. That pitch down and away for ball 1.
They're already saying 2-1 is the count. I don't know that. I didn't see the first of the 2. I saw the strike.
Swing and a miss for strike 2. Jonathan says, I can hear you across the ocean.
Sorry, I'm being too loud.
She says, okay, now I hear it. What, she turned her volume up?
She was having a blonde moment.
Swing for strike 3. Don says, we are good. Hey, Don, we got a new Don. That was there to take your place, and he actually used your chair, so you can be happy for that. I don't know if he made a rip in the seat or not, but
that's what I heard he did.
He threatened to whoop Jonathan to get it away from him. He says, that's Don's chair. You can't sit in it, Jonathan. That pitch in for a strike to Jake Coconut. 0-1 the count. 1 out with nobody on. Ooh. That pitch down the middle for strike 2.
Yeah. Feeling his oats now. Carter May is on a run here.
Well, Kathleen says, I've been listening the whole time, but now you are good for me. Well, we're glad we're good for somebody. That pitch just misses outside.
Yeah, we weren't good for somebody earlier. Can't have a gap in the window,
Oh, yeah. I'm almost tempted to, when he's not looking, push that window.
To open it up a little bit. See how quick it's closed.
See if he notices. Pitch misses the outside corner for ball 2.
He says he keeps everything closed, so it's nice and quiet in there, so we'll see.
2-2 the count to Coconut. Swing and a miss for strike 3. 2 away. That's the 4th punch out on the night for May.
He's wanting to keep up with Jack Doss, knowing Jack got that 8 strikeout game Tuesday night. I think Carter's wanting to come in with a 10 strikeout game. Don't know we've had a double-digit strikeout game yet this year.
So I did notice today that Texas High School Baseball, that one fouled off for a strike. Texas High School Baseball website had posted the strikeout leaders across the state.
Okay.
And the leader had 101 strikeouts on the season, but all the leaders are all small class schools. So they're not necessarily facing some of the better talent. Wow, that curveball went way wild as he lost the handle on it.
So do you think Pruitt's sitting back there laughing? Going, man, I don't know. This guy's crazy. I don't know where he's going to throw to next.
Don says, ha ha, I will be back. Kathleen, he must have better air conditioning compared to us.
Right?
Breaking ball cut on and missed for strike 2. And Christina checking in. Let's go Raiders. 1-2 the count to Gadiel Flores. This is popped up to center field. Connor Thompson steps over and makes the catch. And the Lobos go in order in the second. After 2 complete, Raiders leading it 4-2 over the Lobos. On to the third we go. Due up for the Raiders in the third, Gonzalez, Thompson, and Arribes.
Yes, sir. And get that section of the lineup back in and get a few more on, and or at least maybe Gonzo gets on and lets Connor Thompson send another one for a ride.
I will tell you, Don and Kathleen, as our press box crew, we have air conditioning here.
Yeah, it's really good. I'm about to turn it down.
We have our own private broadcast booth here.
Yes, we do.
Oh, is he not paying attention?
I figured he would have locked it.
Cruz back out on the mound to pitch the third.
Yes, he is. And again, do not expect to see any changes defensively with the limited replacements till we see pitching. But, again, if we do see a pitching change, Ryan came in at second. Robertson started pitching, came in and was at second. So I don't know if he will go back to second and Cruz goes to short.
Mason Gonzalez makes his way to the plate.
Roberson comes out maybe at that point.
Nona says she's sending some good juju.
Yeah, here it comes.
Don Miller says, talk to LISD, get it done.
Bang it off the right center.
We can't talk to LISD. They're talking about cutting teachers. They ain't going to give anything to us. That pitch inside in the turf.
Hey, I'd be happy with just some windows.
Right, I know it.
That's all we need right now.
Pitch high and outside for ball 2.
Luckily, the Hassanawats came to the rescue, getting us a new air conditioned unit.
Mode Design. We have a proud sponsor with Mode Design, Christine and the Hassanawats. Let's just say that pitch outside for ball 3.
Give them a quick little prop there. Mode Design.
Yeah, that's true. We do want to come home, Don. Even with our jank press box, we'll be glad to be home. That pitch down the middle for a strike. And 3-1, that's outside for ball 4, and
here we go.
Big Gonzo draws a leadoff walk.
1 on for Connor Thompson.
Connor Thompson, he is, that's a second free pass because Gonzo got hit by pitch his first time up.
He's
now
0
he's
for
drawn
0.
the walk. And
0 for 0 with 1,000 on base percentage.
Connor Thompson,
love those
1 for
numbers.
1 with a 3-run jack.
And again, we'll see. Will that mistake be made again, middle and in, right in the sweet spot for Connor Thompson?
Not in time, as Gonzo dives back in safely.
Again, as you pointed out, Cruz with a great pick move there, just real fast.
Pitch down and away for ball 1. The 1-0. This is hit into left field. Gonzalez will hold up at second, and that'll be a single.
There we go.
2 aboard for Adolfo Rives.
Now batting right field with number 27, Adolfo Arriba.
Jonathan's got bodies moving in front of his house. And it starts the whole vibrating thing on his phone. I'm like, what?
Human body.
Human body.
Human body.
First pitch to Arrives in for a strike.
That was the one he wanted too. He thought on it and went ahead and let it go by for strike one. So now he's ready.
Cruz from the stretch. A little poke that goes into right field. And Gonzalez will hold up at third, and that'll load the bases.
For Bork. Maybe one time we need to put Bork on there.
Sanchez with a fly out to center his first time up. He's up for 1.
Great opportunity here to put a few more runs on the board for the Raiders.
Cruz to the windup. First pitch. This is
Shallow. Very
shallow into right field. And that's not deep enough as Roberson Jr. makes the catch.
Yeah, first pitch and just got jammed on that one inside.
It looked like he might have came in as a little Texas leaguer, but Roberson Jr. able to get to it in time to make the catch.
Little lower, and it very likely could have, Michael. I mean, it just had enough air underneath it that allowed them to get over to it.
Carson Pruitt makes his way to the plate. He's 0 for 0. He was hit by a pitch earlier, and Joe Burry, his courtesy runner, came around and scored.
On the proper tag up.
Yes, on the sac fly by Christian Caro.
First pitch fouled off.
Fouled off. For strike 1.
Landing over there by the concession stand.
Scott Knight on deck. The 0-1.
Wow, how did he get a piece of
Fouled
that?
off.
That was
the same
way
thing.
outside.
Way outside and low.
Yeah, still able to get at least a piece of it to foul it off. Nonetheless, it's strike 2. But
he had to pull out the pitching wedge.
Yeah.
Good thing he's got a set of clubs on his back.
Yeah.
Nothing in 2 the count to Pruitt. The 0-2 pitch. Had his cut on and hit over to third. That could be a double play, but it will not be, and that will be an RBI for Carson Pruitt. That'll feel a fielder's choice. That gets Connor Thompson at third. That'll be a 5U for out number 2. Raiders stretch their lead 5-2 over the Lobos, and Scott Knight comes to the plate. He's 1 for 1. He has a single.
Yeah, good little hit and run earlier with Burry on right in front of him.
The first pitch, a breaking ball high for ball 1.
Again, consistently not calling that, which, again, that's all you ask for, right, is consistency from the home plate umpire. And he's not called those that look good but are just up in the zone. And
pitch high for ball 2. Of course, we're sitting a little higher here than we do at home.
Yes.
This press box is a little higher. These stands are much more elevated than ours back at Raider Field. 2-0 the count. The 2-0 pitch. That's outside for ball 3. Adrian Graves on deck. That's down the middle for a strike. Hey, we can't be having none of that.
Ooh, there it is.
There will be no yawning. That's too contagious. I can't have you doing that in the middle of a broadcast.
I don't know what you're talking about. That was not me. That was that other guy.
This is popped up and hit out to right field. Flores underneath it. He'll make the catch, and that will do it for the Raiders. But they get one run on 2 hits. They leave 2. After 2.5, it's 5-2 Rouse. On to the bottom we go. Due up for the Lobos. Delgadillo Jr., Cruz, and Ryan Roberts. So I tell you, I was hoping that we would get some rain today, but we didn't get it. My yard is asking for rain or asking for water, and I've been reluctant to turn the sprinklers on.
Yeah. Monica told me, said, well, maybe you think about turning those sprinklers on. I said, well, I got a couple I got to get fixed that got tore up the end of last year, and I was able to, remedy a couple of them, but that last one's gonna definitely need some extra TLC to
I've got
get
a
it.
valve leaking, so I've got the system completely shut off, so there's no water on the lines at all. But I've got one of my valves that the seal is leaking on it.
Yeah, when they put one of mine in next to where my driveway comes in, they didn't give it any clearance. So when it comes up cockeyed, right?
Yeah.
And I put a new one in there, and it still tried to get one that came up a little bit higher, but even then it still points this way, so it just shoots right in front of you. And so I took that out, and I'm trying to extend it out.
Frankie Delgadillo stands in. He's 1 for 1 with a single. And this one he hits out.
That's going to be off the wall.
Off the wall, and he's turning 2, and he's racing for second, and just in time. The ball was there, but he has to tag him. It's not a force. And so he has a double.
Yeah, good shot there and got over Connor's head. Recognition immediately by Connor Thompson, knowing it was going to be off the wall. Went ahead and turned to catch the carom, and
that'll bring up Andrew Cruz. Cruz reached on a walk, and he scored on an error. May to the stretch. He'll spin off and look Delgadillo back to second.
And that's only the second pitch Delgadillo has seen.
Yeah, he's jumped on the first pitch.
Jumped on first pitch and got on both times. That, my friends, is why he is in the leadoff spot.
Yep, that pitch outside for ball 1.
At least for the hitting and getting on, not for the, normally a leadoff you'd like to have him see some pitches, right, to let the other guys see exactly what the pitcher has and what he can offer. But I'm sure the coach loves.
Fastball, this is chopped on. This will be played by Caro. Throw to first in time. That'll advance Delgadillo down to third.
Yeah, works just like a bunt.
That'll go 4-3 on the putout of Cruz. That'll bring up Ryan Roberts. Ryan Roberts with a sac bunt earlier. May has the sign. This is hit into right field. This will be an RBI single for Roberts. So do you think the message is out? Hey, he's throwing first pitch strikes.
Yeah, exactly. And as a pitcher, now comes the adjustment. If you've given up 2 first pitch hits in this inning, one of which has already come around to score. And only one out.
May steps off and resets. Roberts extends his lead at first. First pitch to Roberson, a breaking ball, cut on and missed.
And there you go. Roberson looking to go ahead and see if he could also get on board here with
only
the first
fifth pitch of the inning.
Yeah, first pitch, and now you go high heat.
No,
goes
you go with another
again.
breaking ball.
And now you go
will
right
advance and pick up a stolen base. And Roberson goes to an 0-2 count. The 0-2 delivery, that's down and away for ball one. Carter taking a long look in that time. He toes in. The 1-2. Roberts down to third. And that'll go into left field, and that will score Roberts. On the E2. That is an error on Pruitt.
Yeah, threw it and didn't get it out in front of the bag, got it on top of the bag, and Scott Knight trying to move and get in position. The ball hits the bag and bounces up over his gloves. So
and it was a strikeout. I don't know why you just don't sit on it at that point.
Well, you get a strikeout, throw it out. I mean, the ball beat the runner. No doubt. It just was a bad throw. But the ball was definitely there ahead of Roberts.
Swing and a miss for strike one.
Now just nursing a one-run lead. Still quite a bit of game left to be played.
That is fouled off for strike two.
That actually made it through the gap in the fence and went out on that foul. That was a shot right over the top of the dugout.
Swing and a miss for strike three. And that will do it for the Lobos, but they get 2 runs on 2 hits. And after 2 complete, it's 5-4 Rouse. That's 6 strikeouts for Carter May. And they are keeping pitch count on the scoreboard.
Yes, they are. I was literally just going to look at that. Of course, we have 52 for Cruz. And they have 51. And let's see if they were accurate on. So we've got 43. And they have 43. Okay. So we're off by 1, based off of home field. So very low numbers.
Well, that's through 2 innings, dude.
3.
Oh, for Carter May, yes.
Yeah, both of them are through 3, so.
So that's like a 14.1 pitch per inning average.
In the top of the 4th, leading off for the Raiders is the left fielder number 3, Adrian Gray.
Back to the top of the lineup here for the Raiders, where we seem to be doing the most damage.
Oh, my goodness, Francis, you are such a stinking moron.
What did you... Yeah, that's Rouse.
Okay.
And you're right.
All right, I'm right.
You're right. You just didn't put your line. You just didn't draw your line at the top of
That pitch in for a strike to Graves. That's going to hit out.
There we go. Left center field.
Left center. Base hit.
Fielded by Delgadillo Jr.
Oh, but
How about 12? Cairo.
oh, I know what I did.
So you started there wrong.
Yep.
You put them in the second. That's why you were thinking it was only through 2 innings. Rookie move.
Yes, it was.
EPBP. A.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, a little quick throw over to see if they could catch Adrian Graves sleeping. Safe over there at the first. First pitch delivered and in for a strike from Cruz to Christian Caro.
Throw over to first. Not in time as Graves back in safely. That pitch outside for a ball.
Even the count at 1. Low.
Coach low for ball 2.
I say, where's your big eraser?
It's in my case. I got to put away. All right, there. Now Francis is back where he needs to be. That pitch in for a strike, and that will even things up at 2. Just call me a goober. Cruz comes set. The 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 3. And that'll retire Caro for
Shortstop, number 7.
out number 1.
The lead.
Bring up Jacob Solis. Solis 0 for 2. He has popped up to second and struck out. Mason Gonzalez on deck. This is hit to left.
Oh,
and that's
yeah. There's a rake.
Jaimes Jr. glove throw to third, not in time.
There's
And
the
that
double.
will be a stand-up double for Solis.
That's what he was looking to do on the first pitch there. As his first at bat was a first pitch check swing that was dinked right over to second, and that time he was able to turn on it. And
that will bring up Gonzo. He is 0 for 0. He has been hit by a pitch and walked. Connor Thompson on deck.
yeah, he'd love something different here than something he can actually hit.
He'll foul this one off for strike 1.
And there it was. Maybe the only thing he sees.
That pitch in for a strike.
He hadn't said anything about the window.
Mm-mm. Don't be too loud about it.
Oh,
That
got hit
will hit him.
again.
He's been hit for the second time.
Lord,
To load the base.
mercy.
His OBS right now is
He's loving the 1,000%, but his hip's not liking it too much. They hit him in the exact same spot last time. Cruz did.
bases loaded for Connor Thompson.
And maybe that was a quick visit from Saldana saying, hey, man, he's 2 for 2 now. He hit that home run against you. Don't give him anything inside and middle of the plate. Although when Connor's on, it doesn't really matter where the ball's at. He's making great contact.
That is that on. It's played deep by Roberts, and he will have no play. That will score 1, and the throw will get away from Vargas, and that will score 2. An RBI, 2 RBI single for Connor Thompson.
And again, when he's on, it doesn't really matter. As I just said, as he's able to hit that one through the hole, and Roberts did a great job of fielding it. It was very deep in the hole at shortstop, and the speed of Connor Thompson wasn't easy to beat that throw out. Of course, with the force of the throw, it gets away from Vargas at first, and
Cruz will call time as Adolfo Arribas is due up. Arribas is another one that's 2 for 2. And I'll tell you, this tandem of Thompson and Arribas in the middle of the order has been lights out for the Cedars.
You said that to Coach on Tuesday, for sure. When one they feed off each other and one's on, the other one's on, and they do a great job of hitting. And you would love to see some of that trickle down to the lineup and get Andrew Sanchez back on pace here. Pick up where he was at last year. I mean, he was just the absolute juggernaut in the lineup through our run in the playoffs last year was Andrew Sanchez, and just a lot of power, several home runs, a lot of extra base hits, and just
notice that Gonzo is going to be black and blue. Runners on the corners for the Raiders with 1 out, and Adolfo Arribas at the plate. Cruz from the stretch. He will deal outside for ball 1. Arribas 2 for 2 on the night. Yes, singles, both to right center. That pitch low and inside for ball 2. This one hit.
Get down.
Hit to left at high base.
All right.
Not able to get it. He drops the ball.
He did drop it. Wow. I thought for sure that was just going to be a sack RBI.
I think it went to the ground with his glove on top of it and rolled underneath it. I'm going to award Arribas with a single.
Yeah, I mean,
RBI single.
He dove. He had to make a diving play as that was a very shallow hit into left field, and Jaimes Jr. doing everything he could to get to that.
That'll bring up Andrew Sanchez with the boomstick. He is 0 for 2. He has flown out to center and popped up to second.
And again, doing it on first pitch.
Yeah, he's only seen 2 pitches.
He's only seen 2 pitches, and maybe it's now let's see a few get into the at-bat. You never want to see these guys let that first one go by, but, Andrew's been trying to maybe press a little bit too much here and trying to do too much. Was out for a couple of games nursing a bit of an injury, and
that pitch gets the outside corner for strike 1.
He gave me the thumbs up pregame, said he feels great and is ready to go.
Carson Pruitt on deck. The Bork chants are in play. That pitch down the middle for a strike 2.
So now he's ready. Seen a couple of pitches here and got to watch out for the breaking pitch that's out of the zone. And that's
And
what
he
you
went
don't
around on a pitch that was way outside, and he had no business swinging it.
Yeah, he's just
Attention for 21, Carson Pruitt.
mentally a little off right now as Andrew. And again, when you're in that funk, you press and doing things outside of the normal realm of how you approach each at bat, and you'll get out of it. That's no doubt. I mean, he'll
Carson Pruitt is 0 for 0. He's been hit by a pitch and hit to a fielder's choice. And he will take for a strike. Raiders leading this one 8-4 here in the top of the 4th.
There's another one. Woo!
Wow, he didn't call that?
That was the exact same pitch as the last one, and
Man, that
did not get the strike call.
Such a beautiful break.
Yeah, no doubt. A little 12-6 movement in that breaking pitch.
This has popped up and will go out of play. For a long strike 2. 1-2. Cruz toes in. The 1-2 pitch. This is chopped on a little hopper. Pruitt not able to get there in time. That'll go 5-3 to end the Raider 4th, but they get 3 runs on 4 hits. They leave 2. And after 3.5, it's 8-4 Rouse. On to the bottom we go. Due up in the 4th. Vargas, Jaimes Jr., and Coconut. So my error was that I didn't draw the line
You
through
didn't,
here.
and you put it in the second inning. Yeah, I saw you when I looked up. I'm like, forgot your line.
Yes, I did.
But you didn't forget this time, did you?
No, I did
All right. Hold it.
It's like I look over here. What? I'm a whole inning behind. What happened? User error. It's like, Francis, you got to do better than that, son. How long you been doing this?
Right. Longer than Leander guy.
Make a rookie mistake. They'll be calling me Rook.
Again, EPBP.
Leading off for the Lobos.
For those at home, that's error on play-by-play announcer.
Maddox Vargas makes his way to the plate. He's 0 for 1. He is struck out looking back in the first.
Normally very sure-handed, but got in the error column there, Francis.
Mm-hmm. 2 of the 4 runs.
And again, first pitch swing.
Hit out to right center and shallow. I mean, not way right.
Center.
Center right.
Just a hair right of center, but not quite to right center.
That'll bring up Jose Jaimes Jr. The junior struck out. He's 0 for 1. Yeah, he struck out in the second to lead the second off. He will take outside for ball one. Swing and a miss to even things up.
And the wind is still just a whipping away. If you can hear it in the crowd mic. Crowd mic's actually even blocked a little bit by the press box to help.
Pitch misses high for ball two. 2-1. Breaking ball in for strike two.
Beautiful, beautiful off speed right there. Carter May just drops right into the middle of the zone.
Breaking ball. This is lined foul down the first baseline. That air conditioner is working pretty good, Jonathan.
I told you it is, man. I'm about to turn it down.
Pitch high. Meemaw and Papa checking in. Go Raiders. So proud of you boys. Full count to Jaimes Jr.
That was he actually ducked to get out of the way of the high pitch.
And it
went fair.
And it went fair.
Everybody in the crowd's like, go, run. He looks up like, oh my gosh, look at that.
That'll go 2-3. And that wasn't the best throw by Pruitt.
I know.
Gonzo at first.
Threw him off as well.
But Gonzo with a great stretch. Able to get the out. Fastball cut on and hit foul for strike one. Coconut 0 for 2. He struck out back in the second.
Coach is over there barking at his guys like, let's go, guys. Let's get on there. And
it's like, pull your bats down. I told y'all, you leave your bats up. Pitch down and away for ball one. That will even things up. The 1-1 pitch. Fastball cut on and missed. For strike two. 1-2. Pitch down and away for ball two, and that'll even the count at 2.
And deuces wild. Here in the bottom of the fourth.
The 2-2 pitch. Check swing. He holds up for ball three.
Good check swing there as he was able to think twice on that one and stop from going around.
Payoff pitch coming up. Fastball catches him looking for strike three call.
Lives on that outer part of the plate, and it's just very effective, and he's gotten 3 strikeouts here on that same pitch this evening.
That is strikeout number 7.
Told you he is trying to do what he can to overtake Doss. Yeah, and doing a great job, good defensive behind him to where, hit or pitch to contact, right, as the old saying goes, and let the defense work behind you. Yep. That is number 2, which is
and Cruz goes to
Frankie
short.
Delgadillo.
So he's coming out of center field.
Yep, Frankie Delgadillo. And that's just what I thought it was. Okay, so Cruz goes to short, and Roberts makes his move from short to second. which would probably tell me that Roberson is
Yes,
the
back
odd
out.
man out, as was also the case. Did Roberson come out of the game Tuesday?
He was the designated.
He was the DH, but did Cocker not go in at the DH? Because Coconut came in. Yeah, I think
Who's in center field now?
center field should still be.
That was Frankie Delgadillo.
Oh, my bad. You're right. Yes. Jose Jaimes Jr. has moved over to center field, and the new left fielder, if I can get him to turn around, looks like 8, which is Hayden Schaefer.
Is Hayden Schaefer number 8?
Nope, that is not Hayden Schaefer. Sorry, that is number 6. Cash Allen.
So he was at third.
He was at third. And then 17, Maddox Vargas has moved from first to third.
Goodness, they changed
They
everything.
did everything. Yes, sir. And Roberson is now, Darren Roberson is at first. So who was at first was,
Maddox Vargas was.
so who came out?
Roberson, right?
No, Roberson's at first. Roberson's at first.
Goodness, I'm gonna have to.
First went to third. So first baseman Vargas went to third. Cash Allen went to left. Left went to center. And that's first pitch offering outside for ball 1.
Scott Knight 1 for 2. He has a single and he's flown out to center. And who else did we say that?
Second pitch low and away for 2-0. So Cash Allen went to left. Jaimes went to center.
And pitch in for a strike.
Center came in to pitch. Pitcher went to short. Short went to second. Second went to
2-1. This
first.
one is hit high to right field. Flores underneath it. He'll make the catch, and that will do it.
So the left fielder is
Attention, the concession
Cash Allen. Yeah, no. Okay. So nobody left the field.
Right.
They just all rearranged themselves. That's nobody's gone. Is why we're looking around trying to figure things out. So it was just a complete. So 1 out now in the top of the 5th.
That'll bring up Graves. He is 1 for 3. He will take for ball 1. The 1-0 from Delgadillo outside for ball 2. Christian Caro on deck. That pitch low for ball 3.
So yeah, center to pitch, pitcher to short, short to second, second to
Yeah, I think
first, first to third, third to left, left to center.
I'm going to call it. I'm going to call it fruit basket turnover. That pitch in for a strike.
But it was a circle. It really was. I mean, it ended up being just a circle when you look at how everybody moved.
Everybody moved except for Gaudio Flores and the catcher. That pitch fouled back.
100% correct. Flores is still in right, and Saldana is still at catcher, and that's it.
Caro helping out his on-deck fielding percentages as he throws that back to Saldana. Full count to Graves. The payoff pitch. That's high for ball 4. Cruz only issued one walk, but he did hit Mason Gonzalez twice.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and Pruitt once.
Oh, that's right. He did. So, he got Pruitt.
So, yeah, we'll give a quick little recap here in a moment on Cruz's night.
Graves extends his lead at first. Caro takes inside, and that will get by Saldana. It'll be a wild pitch. And Graves will advance down to second on the wild pitch. Caro has a single. He is sac flied to center and a strikeout. And he has an RBI. And he has scored once.
A little bit of everything tonight.
Delgadillo comes set. Graves dancing around. This is to left center. This will see Graves round third and head for home. This is going to the fence. And Caro with an RBI double.
We're just swapping spots there with Adrian Graves. So, again, quick little recap here. Andrew Cruz goes 4 innings, allows 10 hits, has 7 earned runs. 7 earned runs, 4 strikeouts, and 1 walk with 3 hit batters on 74 total pitches.
That pitch down and away for ball 1 to Jacob Solis.
46 of those were for strikes. So, again, a good strike to pitch ratio, but
1 for 3. He has popped up to second on a check swing, a strikeout.
That was a fair ball. Rocket shot down the third base line all the way into the corner. That's an easy double. Run.
And he rounds second.
Everybody thinking that was foul as we're getting a lot of loud
there's a
barking from the...
I don't know what she was saying, but she was definitely...
She was upset that saying that he didn't pay attention and that ball was foul. But, again, as long as it stays fair and passes third base, even if it passes across the top of the line, which is what it did, it was turning, but it didn't go foul until after third base.
That'll bring up Mason Gonzalez. He is still 0 for 0. He has been hit twice and walked. Swing and a miss for strike 1.
This time, Mason's wanting to get on the base by the swing of a bat instead of getting hit in the hip or a walk. And that gets by. Yeah, Jacob Solis not really able to see it because it just snuck under the Saldana's backside there, and
pass ball.
Solis not able to really see where that ball went until he did see it sneak out from the backside, and then he realized he was able to make it.
Jaime, the new Don, checked in and says, "That's my son.
That's my boy. That's my boy." Don Jaime, the new boss.
Yeah. Don Jaime Corrion. That pitch high and outside for a ball. 2-1 to Gonzo. That pitch
fair again.
That will score.
And again, that's one of the things that he and I talked about.
He's headed for second, and he will have a stand-up double, RBI double.
I always love seeing that, and not at all am I going to sit here and say that was me, but that's one of the things that we talked about before the game, and having the advantage of seeing Caden for all of those years play as a lefty batter and recognition of how you have to go in and approach it is so many pitchers are going to get that outside call, right, against a lefty batter. And we saw that, not Tuesday night, but we saw that last week on Friday night where, man, they were just, and Tuesday night last week, so many outside pitches were being called strikes, and it's just so much of a disadvantage for a lefty batter that you have to crowd that plate, right? So you have an opportunity to at least foul that off if an umpire is going to continually call it a strike. And when that happens, it also opens up that left side of the field where you can smack it down the left field line and run for extra bases. And Caden did such a great job of that throughout all the years of playing. And
Connor Thompson stands in. He's 3 for 3, and he's 4 for 4 as he singles to left. I'll tell you, when he has done well when he's been in the middle of the order. That's when his bat has been the hottest. And this will bring up Adolfo Arribas, who's also 3 for 3. Runners on the corners for Arribas. Nona says, Yahoo! Great job, Mason. Arribas will take for a ball. Raiders leading this one 11-4. Who do we have on deck?
that is
Driscoll?
Mr. Colby Driscoll.
That is out high and outside for
He
ball
is,
2.
he is number 2 in the gray pins. He's 8 in everything else.
Delgadillo comes set. The 2-0. That's low. Throw down to second, not in time, and Connor Thompson will pick up a stolen base.
Again, pitch selection and run-on is always key when you have a good solid catcher like Saldana back there. And
3-0 the count, and they're just going to walk.
They're just walking him
to load the bases to get to Colby Driscoll.
He's coming in for Andrew.
He didn't give it. They didn't pitch that fourth pitch, right?
No, they did not. He just put him on. Oh, and now Delgadillo is going back out into the outfield. He has Cash Allen, I believe.
Oh, and the left field,
is
Cash
coming
Allen's
out.
coming out.
And then number 9 is now in pitching. Number 9 is Colt Montgomery. Easy name there. Colt Montgomery coming in. Cash Allen. Is Cash Allen going out? There is the question. It looked like I saw Coach wave to him as if to indicate he was going out, which would mean that Delgadillo is going back out to center and Jaime's back over to left, would be my assumption.
This is, man, you talk about bleeding green on here. Well, Delgadillo is still.
There you go.
Done it.
Can you see better?
No, don't do that. It messes up the camera. Okay, let's see. Where is Delgadillo going?
He was getting he was getting his glove. Yeah, he's heading to center.
Now pitching for the Lobos, number 9, Colt.
Oh yeah, look at that. What you did. Yeah, good night. Yeah, you see what Jonathan does to me here, right?
Well, I was there. This switch goes to the outside. Hey, I can flash the lights at people outside. Michael, watch you.
Yeah. So Delgadillo back in center field.
Yep, and then again, Jose Jaimes Jr. back to left.
I'm just going to check I'm not writing his name back out there again. All right.
Stepping up to bat for the Raiders, designated hitter number 11, Andrew Sanchez.
No, it's not. It's Colby Driscoll.
What did he have?
Andrew Sanchez.
Oh, he didn't pay attention that who's coming in to hit.
Excuse me, number 2, Kobe Driscoll.
There we go. He got it. He's all over it.
Montgomery from the stretch, bases loaded for Colby Driscoll, and he'll take for a strike. 1 out with bases loaded. Montgomery takes a long look in. Comes set. The pitch. That gets away from Saldana. That'll be a wild pitch. And that'll be an RBI for Driscoll. Two on. And this is hit into center field. This will score 1. That'll be an RBI single. 2 RBIs. Because 1 run scored while he hit Pat.
Carson Pruitt.
Runners on the corners for Carson Pruitt. Pruitt has been hit by a pitch. He's hit into a fielder's choice, and he's grounded to third. And if he could have unloaded the wagon, he could have made that an infield single. He will take for ball 1.
Pruitt's there for what he does defensively. If we can get hits and again, laying down bunts is great as well. Advance those runners. He's very effective there. And if he outruns one here and there, that's always great.
That pitch inside for ball 2.
It's just an added plus right there.
The Raiders have plated 5 runs in this inning.
Yes, they have. And 1 more. And we hold them here at the bottom. That would be ball game, Michael.
That pitch gets the outside corner for strike 1.
Scott Knight back up. Yes.
This is cut on and hit over to third. This could be 2.
Yeah.
And it is. He hits into an inning double play. That went, what, 5 or...
Yeah, 5.
5-4.
5-4, 4-3.
Time to get up and stretch. Bring them on.
Oh, you're really doing it with this one.
Well, it's bad enough that we've
7th inning stretch, but it's not the 7th inning. It is for our 7th inning, as it is the bottom of the 5th now for our game this evening. And
due up for the for the Lobos in their half of the 5th. Flores, Delgadillo, and Cruz. Carter May back out on the bump.
So Delgadillo exits the game having only thrown 1/3 of an inning, allowing 4 hits, 5 runs, 2 walks, and no strikeouts, no hit batters. But again, those 5 hits and being allowed in the 4 hits and 5 runs.
Yeah, I think I would have to find a different version of this song.
Yeah, that's there's so many good ones out there,
Right.
Just any one of the
Probably
get the Rosie O'Donnell one, right?
Pick up something from Ken Burns' baseball.
Or no, that was
documentary on baseball.
Yeah.
I got
Roseanne Barr, not Rosie O'Donnell. Roseanne Barr,
Roseanne
right?
Barr.
Get the Roseanne Barr one there.
Yeah, well, that is an EAE error on the analyst engineer.
Yeah.
This
again,
is hit the center.
Pitch.
And that will do it for Gadio Flores. Again, he flew out to center. This is twice.
Okay, Will
2.
Frankie Delgadillo
Yeah, he's
only
2
get to
for
see
2.
3 pitches tonight because he has swung on the first pitch each of his first 2 at-bats. This is the 3rd at-bat he's been on his first 2
Well, we'll see.
with a single and a double.
May come set. And he
And
will see another
he
pitch.
will get to see
this
another
one off, but he didn't make contact.
All right, he's now get to see his fourth pitch of the game, folks.
Breaking ball high and inside. Pitch down and away for ball 2. 2-1. He's like, I think you snuck this one out on me. That's the one I lost the handle on before.
Yeah, where he threw it up into the net there, sailed over everybody's head. He had to look back down at his hand like, what was that? You know? No laces on that one.
Fastball high for ball 3. The 3-1 pitch. This is a towering high fly ball. Connor Thompson calls Carl off.
And he lost it. He lost the vision on it.
And a throw not in time, and Delgadillo will pick up a single.
Yeah, I mean, Christian Caro gave way, as he should, to Connor Thompson, who was running in. That was sort of out there in no man's land. It could have gone either way, but, you know, infielder will always make way to the incoming outfielder who has a better chance of seeing that. But I think he lost eyes on that as it came back in with the lights.
And it bounced away. Nobody
did bounce away,
yeah. They have to give him a double on that.
I mean, I still would give it an error because he called it and didn't catch it. Even though it didn't hit the glove.
Oh, you're right. Okay, I'll give you.
He called that, which means that you're on it and you should catch that. So
E8. That is the 3rd error of the night for Raiders. That pitch outside for ball 1. Andrew Cruz at the plate. He has reached on an error, and he is grounded to second. And so that may be it for Carter May. We'll see.
Yeah, I'm actually looking.
I haven't seen anything going.
Yeah, they are. They're there. You just can't barely see them. It looks like it's
Cooper Dye.
It looks like it's Cooper Dye. I just can't tell because the pole and the net are both in the way of me being able to see the number. He's throwing like Cooper Dye. It doesn't look like it's Jacob Sides. I'm going to go with Cooper Dye. I still can't see the number. But you watch these guys enough and you can sort of pick up on their
pretty quick
mannerisms.
Yeah.
And he's very, moves a lot, right? You know, and does work very quick, like you said. And that's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
That is cut on and hit over to second. Caro has it. The throw is first in time, and that will do it for Cruz, but Delgadillo advances. That'll go 4-3. That's 2 away for Ryan Roberts. Roberts has sack bunted and singled. He's scored once on a errant throw, a swing and a miss.
At a ball that was way off the plate. I mean, it was a good breaking pitch, but it started off the plate and then broke even further out. And
pitched down and away for ball one, and it'll even things up.
And again, I think Carter able to take advantage of these guys wanting to go ahead and swing at first pitch here. Now he's recognizing that and not throwing anything very easy to hit.
The 1-1 pitch, breaking ball in for a strike. A little off-speed action. 1 and 2.
And 3 and 4 and 0.
The 1-2 pitch, that's down and away for ball 2. Reminds me of the days of the Lawrence Welk show. A lot of people may not remember Lawrence Welk. I happen to be in that age group that does. And 1 and 2 and 3. And they would do the dances and had his... This is a little chopper that'll be played by Solis, but there will not be a throw as it was just a slow roller, and Roberts with an RBI single.
Trying to see who that is, and I have not been able to.
Robertson Jr. will come to the plate. He's 1 for 2. He has an RBI single and a strikeout to his credit.
Yeah, that slow roller. Good enough speed there by Roberts.
Pitch down and away for ball 1.
To easily beat out that. Jacob Slee's recognizing that and not electing to throw that ball away. We do have a pitch hitter in, which I believe is Garza.
Throw to first.
PJ Garza.
Not in time.
Number 18?
No, number 12.
Huh. The pinch hitter?
That's Darren Roberson.
I'm talking about on deck.
Oh, on deck. That pitch high and inside for ball 2.
Yeah, PJ Garza is on deck now.
2-0 the count. Roberts extends his lead at first. The pitch, this is hit deep to left center. That goes over the fence. And that'll be a 2-run homer.
Okay. It's
Now batting number 18, PJ Garza.
just like that. The Lehman Lobos trying to make a game of it.
They have plated 3 in this inning. And that's going to be it for Carter May.
And that was enough for Coach Crimpine as he elects to go ahead and, and he is motioned to bring in the righty. And, that is a Cooper Dye. Will make his way in, and I'll recap the night here for Carter May, who does go 4 2/3 inning, allowing 6 hits, 2 earned runs, 7 strikeouts, and 1 walk. No hit batters on 73 pitches, 45 for strikes. So really good outing. That pitch right there was, it is what it is, right? I mean, high fly ball that wind assists, and Connor Thompson thought he was on it and looks up and realized that they'd make it over the fence, and they exchange. They got a 2-run home run to our 3-run home run that we had in the first inning off the bat of Connor Thompson. But again, a very solid outing for Carter May. Again, everybody has been having very solid outings. Jack Doss as our Game 1 pitcher, and Carter May has been the consistent Game 2 pitcher all season long. And with only 2 earned runs there, he'll keep that earned run average down nicely.
15, Cooper Dye.
Talking to Coach, and Tuesday night, and talking about how well the pitching's been doing and how Cooper's really solidified his spot as that closer role, right?
Mm-hmm.
Jacob Sines comes in as middle relief if need be, and if the game calls for it. And Cooper died. He goes, yeah, he's been pretty solid until Lake Belton. Said they had the lead, brought Cooper Dye in, and proceeded to give up a 2-run home run to put him down by 1 run, and that's what they lost. The game was 4-3.
This is cut on and hit over short. That'll be played by Solis. Throw to first, as Garza was not going to win that race.
No, sir, not at all. And again, Jacob Solis realizing that and knew he had a little time to corral that, field that ball, and make a good solid throw down to first. And
on to the 6th we go. They get 3 runs on 1 hit. No, on 2 hits. And they leave them empty. They plate 3, and they come within 6. 13-7 Raiders. On to.
I just saw what looks to be, a defensive change at second base now. That is number 7, David Guerrero. David Guerrero was.
And Roberts moved over to third.
Yeah, David Guerrero was the starting second baseman Tuesday night. So, yeah, David Guerrero. And like you just said, Ryan Roberts has now moved over to third base from second. And that is Robert Roberson is at first. Vargas is still. Oh, no, Vargas is pitching. Yeah, Vargas is the new pitcher, so that's where he went. That's why he is no longer at third. So number 17, Maddox Vargas, has now entered as the 4th pitcher for the Lobos. And we will go over Montgomery. Did go 2/3 of an inning, basically finished out the inning for Delgadillo.
In a double play.
Yep, allowing 1 hit, no walks, no strikeouts on a total of 7 pitches, 4 for strikes.
Due up for the Raiders in the 6th, Knight, Graves, and Carl.
So that'll be back to the 9 and then up to the top again for their 5th at bat in this game when the top of the lineup makes their way back around.
I don't know, May just struggled with the top of the order tonight. Delgadillo just.
Well, he's jumping on first pitch, right? That was the thing that we talked about. I mean, he's only 3rd time around, but he was jumping on first pitch every time, and only reason he didn't do it again is because he fouled it off.
Swing and a miss for strike 1. Knight has singled. He has flown out to center and flown out to right. That pitch outside for ball 1.
Had the close one. Gets the ball call. There's Don Jaime over here pacing amongst the top of the bleachers.
Pitch low for ball 2. Vargas toes in. He gets the sign. He winds and deals. That's low. That's for ball 3. Saldana traps it between his legs. Adrian Graves on deck. The wind and the pitch. That's high for ball 4. And Knight draws the walk. That'll bring up Adrian Graves.
Had a few
Graves
leadoff walks.
He has flown out to center. He has struck out. He has singled, and he has walked, and he has scored twice. Knight extends his lead at first. Roberson holding him on. This is
That's an
could be
easy
trouble.
double play.
He called him safe, and so that'll hit into a fielder's choice.
Great hustle by Adrian Graves, able to beat out the throw.
6-4
and
on the put out of Knight.
Definitely going to draw the coach for the Lobos in to really ask, was he really out over there? I don't know that he was.
Coach Kazi's a good guy. I like Coach. He's always been very friendly to me, and anytime that we've come down here,
he reminds me a lot of Coach Darling.
Yeah,
both of them are so similar, not just in build. I mean, in demeanor and just great guys and very personable. And
that'll bring up Christian Caro. Caro has an RBI double, a strikeout, a sack, an RBI sack fly, and a single.
Here, are we going to get, that's my boy?
We might get that. Vargas comes set. Carter will watch it go by for strike 1. The Raiders have scored in every inning tonight. That pitch outside for ball 1. 1-1 the count.
Yeah, the Lobos only seemingly doing it in the odd innings.
The 1-1 pitch. This is fouled off for strike 2. 1-2. One on with one out here in the top of the 6th. Raiders leading this one 13-7. The 1-2 pitch. That's inside for ball 2. Two pitch. That gets by Saldana.
Oh, and he didn't realize it either. He thought he actually pulled the glove back down to reach in to get the ball, and it's like, wait, I don't have it. What happened?
That'll be a pass ball. Full count to Caro. Vargas checking Graves at second. And this is poked into center field. It's not going to be deep enough for Graves to come home on, but
Coach
will advance, so that'll be a single.
Coach electing to hold Graves at third.
Runners on the corners for Jacob Solis.
Knowing Jacob's been hot his last two at bats.
He's 2 for 4. He has
2 doubles.
Popped up to second. He struck out and back-to-back doubles and 1 RBI double.
Yeah, riding the ship there, and told Caden, I said, man, old Jacob's going to be going for that doubles record. Yeah,
that just popped out of Saldana's glove, right?
No, off of his hat. So it actually bounced in front. It spiked in front of the ground. He reached to get in front of it. It spun up and doinked off of his helmet. And when that happened, it put a lot of spin on. He didn't know where it went. When it landed, Vargas was ready to jump in front of it to grab it, and it spun away from Vargas all the way almost to the backstop. So
Jonathan Wilson checked in. He says, "That's Jaime's kid." Right. Even Jonathan's getting in on the.
I love it.
On the action. That pitch.
Ooh, that
was for a strike.
But that was a strike. That was low. Yeah, I mean, had Adrian Graves realized what was going to happen with that ball, he could have easily scored, but there's just no way of knowing. It wasn't very far away from home plate, but doing the right thing and staying there.
Vargas comes set, the 1-1 pitch. That's in the turf. Bounces off the chest of Saldana for ball 2.
And that seems to be Vargas's deal right there. I mean, it's the third one that he spiked way in front of home plate. As the breaking pitch is not very crisp right now.
The 2-1 pitch. This is hit out to right field. Gadiel Flores.
Deep enough.
Makes the catch. And the sac fly as Graves scores.
We will take that as another run is plated here.
2 away for Mason Gonzalez. Big Gonzo coming to play. Big Gonzo's had a night. He's been hit by a pitch twice. He has walked, and he has an RBI single.
He's 1 for 1.
He is 1 for 1.
After all of that, he's 1 for 1, folks.
But he has scored 4 times. So he's scored every time he's been on base.
Yeah, it's always one of those crazy stats.
Down and away for a ball.
To somebody that just doesn't understand, it's like, whoa. How can he be 1 for 1 and score 4 times?
Mm-hmm.
You know? Which doesn't make any sense. Ludicrous.
The 1-0 pitch, a swing and a miss on a pitch down and away.
Funny thing is, that's only the 5th time he's swung the bat tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Big gust of wind coming in again.
The 1-1 pitch, that's down and away for ball 2. Would be ball 3 if Gonzalez hadn't swung at that other pitch.
He wanted to swing. He's stretching his arms out a little bit. He hadn't had many opportunities tonight, you know.
And that wind is whipping.
Just howling.
That pitch gets the inside corner for a strike, and that will even things up at 2.
Again, he does like it low in the zone, as he's not been calling the upper. Vargas is like, hey, keep my hat on. It's all that hair.
Deuce is wild for Gonzalez. The 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 3, and that will do it. For the Raider 6, they get 1 run on no hits, and they leave 1. On to the bottom we go. Raiders leading this one 14-7. Due up for the Lobos in the 6th. Vargas, James Jr., and Coconut. That is your 6, 7, and 8 batters. Oh, my. Gosh, look at that wind. And it's changed direction.
I know. Now it's just
Now it's
slightly
blowing in. Or it looks like it's blowing in.
No, it's still out. It's just more of an angle now than what we had before. It was blowing dead to center, and it's still shifting that.
Well, I'll tell you what, I told you I had Dairy Queen for dinner. Nona, plug your ears. But, dude, it's gone. I'm telling you, those steak fingers had no steak in them.
Yeah.
I'm feeling a little hungry.
Where's the meat?
Where's the meat is right.
Or the beef, obviously.
But the French fries and gravy were pretty good.
It's what makes them great, you know. Little miniature chicken fried steaks with cream or country gravy.
Country gravy.
That's what kills me about KFC. How can you have chicken and not, strips and not offer
Vargas
country gravy?
comes to the plate. He's 0 for 2. He has struck out looking and flown out to center. Cooper Dye toes in. He delivers. This is hit out to center field, and
Has
that
he
will
not
be a
been
base
watching
hit.
this game? Everybody's swinging at first pitch, Cooper. Everybody's swinging at first pitch. Yeah, and here goes
Jose Jaimes Jr.
Pruitt's like, hey, buddy, don't throw it right down the pipe on first pitch. They're all swinging.
come to the plate. He's 0 for 2. He has struck out and was bending down and had the ball hit his bat and go fair, and was thrown out by Pruitt at first. Pitch down and away for ball 1.
And just as we said, everybody's swinging at first pitch. He throws the ball low and away, and they don't offer. Dang it.
The 1-0, that's inside for ball 2. We do have some activity going in the Raider bullpen.
More than likely, Jacob signs.
Swing and a miss for strike 1. That'll take the count 2-1.
But always very difficult to tell because the pole is right in the way.
This is cut on to hit to short. Solis has it for 1. The throw to first for 2. A double play. That'll go 6-4.
See a double play.
4-3.
Love the double play.
And that will bring up Jake Kokernot.
That is not Jacob Signs. Or is it? Maybe he may have a different number than 34. No, it's 34.
Check swing and a foul. Jonathan Wilson says, see you guys next Tuesday. It's checkout time here in Taipei, heading to the airport. Well, you have a safe trip.
Safe travels, my friend.
We'll see you Tuesday. Looking forward to it. Have you back hanging on the nets. We will be at Lockhart on Tuesday, and we will end the season at home. A swing and a miss for a strike.
Jacob Signs is the one warming up. I was able to get a better look there that time with the pole getting out of the way.
0-2, the count to Kokernot. And pitch just outside.
Cooper wanting that one, thought he had that one as he was not abruptly walking off the mound, but did make the walk as if to indicate he got the strikeout.
The 1-2 pitch. The breaking ball high for ball 3, or ball 2. 2-2, deuces wild for Kokernot. Gadiel Flores on deck. Fastball swung on and missed for strike 3 call.
Yep, there it was.
And in a roundabout way, they go in order in the 6th. On to the 7th we go. Raiders leading this one 14-7. Due up for the Raiders. Thompson and Arribas and Driscoll.
Different.
Vargas makes his way to the mound.
And we have a different catcher. Just saw him shake the hand. Jack Murchison, number 10, is the new catcher for
Jack Murchison.
Murchison or Murchison?
Yeah, I think I asked him
Murchison.
I asked him yesterday. He said Murchison.
And what did that do with Saldana? Saldana is being hit for.
Yeah.
So likely he has just exited the game.
And Murchison is behind the plate. What was his first name?
Jack.
And what's his number?
10.
10.
Still. Oh. And that is, Jose Jaimes did return there. Delgadillo.
Connor Thompson is 4 for 4 on the night.
Ever present Mr. Flores out there in right. The staple.
He is a home run and 3 singles.
So Flores is now the only person for the Lobos that has not changed his position all night long. The lone spot on the defensive chart that has been untouched. Oh, sorry.
Yep.
Coconut. Coconut has not moved out of his DH slot either.
Thompson has 5 RBIs on the night.
Yeah, can he go 5 for 5 with 5 RBIs?
He will take for ball 1.
That is the question. Does he have a double?
No.
Dang. I was going to say, if he had a double, he just needs a triple and gets hits for the cycle.
The backstop for ball 2.
Right? But no doubles. 3 singles and a home run.
Yep. And he has scored twice himself. 2-0 the count. Vargas has Murchison go back through the signs.
Well, there it is. Gets the breaking pitch to sneak in there for first strike.
I lost sight of it when the cap flew off.
Yeah, cap goes. A good little breaking pitch there. Catches over half the plate.
That pitch high for ball 3.
Yeah, I don't think that we will see the change again that Coach gave when Connor Thompson came off of his last 4 for 4 game and moved into that leadoff spot and just seemed to change.
Pitch low for ball 4, and Thompson draws a walk.
Changed everything up, right? We really stopped hitting after that, and Rivas wasn't hitting either, when Connor Thompson moved. And
Rivas is 3 for 3 with 3 singles and a walk. Intentionally walked in the last inning. And he will hit this one. What a play by Cruz. He doesn't have a play.
Great speed and a great jump by Connor Thompson. Cruz makes an unbelievable.
It'll be an infield hit by Rivas.
Diving play and jumps up to make the throw. It made the throw, but Connor Thompson had a great jump on the pitch. And
Cruz just impresses me the way he ranges. He plays the ball so well.
Yeah, great first step. That's key.
He kind of
to a short. Yeah, jammed his shoulder into the. He landed on top of it and hopped on top of it. So hopefully he's okay.
That'll bring up Driscoll. He will take for a ball. 2 aboard for Driscoll. No outs here in the top of the 7th. The 1-0. This is hit out to shallow center, and that will not have an opportunity to advance Thompson. That'll be a fly out to center. That'll bring up. Oh, we're going to have a pinch
Number
hitter.
4 and 22. So we've got 2 back-to-back pinch hitter. Oh, that is Brody Sharp. Sorry, Brody Sharp coming in, and on deck is 22 Ashton Preston, who will also be pitch hitting. So this is for Carson Pruitt.
That pitch into the turf for ball 1. 2 Sharp. Vargas toes in. He picks up the sign from Murchison. Thompson extends his lead at second.
There's a pitch.
Breaking ball drops in for a strike. As Sharp was taking all the way. Pitch outside for a ball, and the count will go 2-1. So the end of your fasting comes this Sunday, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I told you I had.
You'll be able to drink sodas again?
Yeah, we can. That's always the first thing we do.
Yeah.
Normally, right after church, we go.
Breaking ball drops in for strike
right
2.
after church is an immediate run for a big 44. We probably have to find a Sonic and get a Route 44, just big with the nice pebble ice,
Mm-hmm.
And then as soon as that's over, I'm probably going to dive right into a
big, thick steak.
Water that has barley and hops in it, right?
Yep, the strikeout.
Yeah, it would drop third strike, but first and second were both occupied, so that's an immediate out. Does not have to. Yep, and then he's letting know 22 is in. Yep.
Preston batting from the left side.
Another lefty. Yeah. Wow, we get 4 of them.
Ashton Preston, the double deuce.
Formerly held by Miller. Nathan Miller.
And outside. Was he number 22?
I think even Nathan Miller was 22 last year. Maybe Don's listening and can confirm that.
I got my books in my.
I think he was 22. I don't think he was 21. It was 21 or 22, but I think it was 22.
Yeah, I think you're right. The 1-0 pitch, that's inside for ball 2.
Coach working in a couple of these guys to give them some opportunities to see some action.
Vargas takes a deep breath and comes set. The 2-0 pitch, that's high. That'll get by Murchison. But it's not far enough for Thompson to scamper on down home.
Tell you what, Connor Thompson was a good way off of third, extending his lead when the pitch was delivered. And again, any recognition that ball could have got away, he'd easily come home.
Noah Stover on deck. Three 0 the count to Preston. That is fouled off for strike.
Gave him the green light on the 3-0. I like it.
Well, it was a strike anyway.
It was, but he was set up there ready to go and was not going to take. He was definitely going to swing away if it was something that was nice, and it was right down the middle.
3-1, the count. The pitch. This is hit back up the middle. This will be played by Cruz. The throw to first in time, and that will do it for the Raiders. That'll go 6-3 to end the Raiders' seventh. And it's the first inning that the Raiders did not score a run.
Yeah, 2 hours and 11 minutes in to this battle.
Due up for the Lobos, Gadiel Flores, Frankie Delgadillo Jr., and Andrew Cruz.
And Cooper Dye has made his way back out to finish this game, if at all possible. He's got a total of 11 pitches up to this point. Of course, only having to throw one pitch in the fifth to get out of that inning.
Yeah, see.
After 3 runs were scored by the Lobos.
Actually, we have a pinch hitter.
Okay.
That pitch in for a strike.
Hayden Schaefer, number 8. Hayden Schaefer.
Wow.
It's a great pitch.
Wow, you're not going to see a better pitch than that.
Yeah, good stuff.
That strike misses for a ball. Breaking ball high for ball 2.
You'd think these batters were 5 foot tall with those missing.
The 2-0, a swing and a miss for strike 2, and that will even it up. That will even it up. The 2-2 from Dye. That drops in for strike 3, catches him looking. Out number 1. But Frankie Delgadillo coming up to the plate. He is singled, doubled, and reached on an error, and he has scored all 3 times he has been on base.
Correct. And again, first pitch hit, and then the several pitches.
Well, he fouled off the first pitch of his. That pitch high and inside as he was taking all the way on that one. The 1-0. Fastball outside for ball 2.
Showing him everything but a strike here. Yeah, not chasing at all.
This is hit foul down the left field line for a strike.
And they're probably going to require somebody to go get that. There he goes. Okay. That is
going to be
Jose
Jaimes
Jr.
The 2-1. This is hit to Carl, and he boots it. That'll be an E4.
Jaime, is that your boy? Oh. He said, no, that's not my boy. My boy wouldn't make that mistake. No, That was a difficult one to field. I mean, it was knowing that there's a lot of speed getting up the line. Christian Caro's doing everything he can to get to that and tried to play it on a half bounce there and just couldn't quite get to it. Couldn't get a glove on it. So
I'll bring up Andrew Cruz. He has reached on an error and grounded to second twice, moving Delgadillo over both times. That pitch low for ball one.
a double play and get out of this.
Now he hits the Caro again at 4-3. 4 out number ones. He moves Delgadillo over.
Now batting number 23, Caleb Vega-Fria.
Oh, that's a new one. Number 23, Caleb Vega-Fria.
All right, hold on just a second. All right, Caleb. Okay.
Vega-Fria. Vega-Fria.
Okay, and it's 23.
23.
Kathleen says, we love Christian. He's doing great. And Christina Diaz, let's go. Raiders finish strong.
That's right. Lobos down to their last out of this game.
Die comes set. That pitch low and in for ball one. This is cut on and hit out to right. Rives tracks it. He makes the catch, and that will do it. Ball game, folks. Your Rouse Raiders winning this one 14-7 in 7 innings, and they complete the sweep of the Lobos.
Sweep number 5. Actually, every series has been a sweep for the Raiders this season.
Yeah, one of them was just a sweep of us.
Yes, exactly right. But, every, 6 series, 6 sweeps.
Jonathan's going to go over the final numbers. And
yes, sir. Again, final here in district game number 12. Game number 2 between the Lobos and your Rouse Raiders. Rouse Raiders winning 14-7. Cooper Dye finishing out the game, going 2 1/3 innings, allowing 2 hits, no runs, 2 strikeouts, and no walks. He did this on 24 pitches, 15 for strikes. Big part of the game today, again, is the walk category. Only 1 walk issued by Raider pitching. Again, far cry different from that Liberty Hill series. Every series after that, the most they have thrown are 3 walks, and that was Tuesday night was 3.
The only thing
tonight is 1.
Made too many errors.
Did have quite a few errors, 3 errors, or was it 4?
We had
we actually had 4.
An error on Carson Pruitt, 2 errors on Caro, and 1 error on Cooper Thompson.
Yeah, so 4 errors in this game, and
Connor Thompson.
Connor Thompson, yeah, 4 errors in this game, and just a lot of hitting can overcome that, and we did have quite a bit of that, posting 17 hits in this game to 8 hits by the Lobos. 8 hits on 7 runs. We had 17 hits, 14 runs. So we did bring up a total of 35 batters to the plate. Again, 17 hits, 5 against 5 walks and 6 total strikeouts. So 6 strikeouts against us, 5 walks. So, again, spacing those things out, getting runners on every inning, and the only inning that we did not score in was the 7th inning. So great outing, great series. We look to keep the ball rolling here against Lockhart Lions, and we will be on the road for game 1, Tuesday night, 7 o'clock first pitch. And then that would be followed by a final game of the district play Friday night.
Yeah, at home.
At home.
Yeah, at home.
And we do have in between, not this weekend, but the following weekend, that'll be the final district game, but we will have one more game to be played at home. So back-to-back home games, Friday followed by Saturday against, again, Lake Belton. Lake Belton did take us down 4-3 in a non-district game that we did not broadcast just because of scheduling. They did lose 4-3 in that game at Lake Belton this past Saturday.
So we play tonight because tomorrow's Good Friday in honor of Easter this Sunday. And please feel free to worship at the church of your choice to celebrate the resurrection of our Lord Jesus Christ. But the happy final here tonight, 14-7. And we will be back on the air Tuesday at 6:45 down in Lockhart. And we'll get with Emilio.
Yeah,
Sarge.
get a little early visit down and see about
some barbecue.
Partaking in some barbecue.
He had us go to Croyd's last time, and they had sausage. Oh my goodness, it was so good. It was so good. So I don't know that we won't be hungry that game. I guarantee you, we'll probably be in a meat coma.
Tell me about it. Try not to eat too much because,
right.
we do have to drive home.
So we thank y'all for tuning in and watching Rouse Raider Baseball here on SHN Sports. For Jonathan Kaspar, I'm Michael Francis. Good night, everybody.